Don't ask if I'm okay. I don't know how to answer anymore. I learned how to smile before I learned how to heal. I became an expert at hiding what I feel. Every I'm fine felt heavier than the last. I'm still carrying memories that refuse to become the past. I wave at strangers, laugh at the right time, then go home and apologize to the silence for falling apart again. If hope is still looking for me, tell it I'm trying. Peace remembers my name, tell it I'm waiting. I'm trying to be okay, even when my heart forgets the way. Trying to breathe when every breath feels like goodbye. Trying to believe that tomorrow still belongs to me. Maybe healing isn't loud, maybe surviving is enough for now. I'm trying to be okay. The mirror keeps asking questions I don't know how to answer. How long can someone keep pretending they're not breaking? I wish I knew some mornings the sunlight feels too bright. Some nights the darkness feels like home. And somewhere between both I keep searching for the version of me that hasn't given up. Maybe courage isn't never crying. Maybe courage is crying and still choosing tomorrow. I'm trying to be okay, even when the rain won't wash away. Trying to stand on legs that still remember falling. Trying to sing with the voice that's tired of calling. If hope is just one heartbeat away, then maybe I'm closer than I think. I'm trying to be okay. People tell me you're so strong, they don't hear the conversations I have with myself at 3 in the morning. They don't see how many times I almost stopped believing before deciding to keep breathing. One more day, maybe you're listening with tears in your eyes. Maybe you smile today just to keep everyone else comfortable. Maybe you're exhausted from carrying a heart that nobody can see. If that's you, stay, please stay. The world still needs the song inside your soul. I'm trying to be okay, not because life became easier, but because I finally believe my pain doesn't get the final word. Every tear is watering a future I can't see yet. Every broken piece is becoming someone stronger. I'm still here, still hoping, still singing, still choosing one more sunrise. I'm trying to be okay. And today, that is enough. Maybe one day I won't have to say I'm trying. Maybe one day I'll simply wake up, smile, and realize I finally made it through. If you've ever whispered, I'm trying to be okay, instead of I'm okay, share your story below. Someone reading your words today. There were mornings I woke up already exhausted, before my feet even touched the floor. I could hear yesterday knocking again, waiting outside my bedroom door. I became an actress in my own life, memorizing lines that sounded brave. Everything's getting better, while quietly digging another grave. People celebrated my laughter, never asking where it came from. They didn't know I borrowed happiness from memories that were already gone. I became so good at hiding pain that even I believed the disguise, until one lonely night I looked into the mirror and didn't recognize my own eyes. I whispered, "Who are you?" The silence answered back with tears. Maybe I'd spent so much time surviving, I'd forgotten who I'd been for years. But somewhere underneath the broken pieces, past every scar and every regret, a tiny heartbeat kept repeating, "You're not finished yet." Spent years running from my sadness, thinking distance could erase the truth. But pain has a way of finding you, no matter how far you move. So one quiet evening I stopped, no music, no distractions, no pretending. I let every memory sit beside me, every disappointment speak its name, every goodbye I'd locked away, walk back into the room again. It hurt more than I can ever explain, but healing often begins exactly where hiding ends. I learned that tears aren't interruptions, they're conversations the heart has waited years to have. I learned forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's refusing to carry chains someone else placed on your soul. And that night I didn't become fearless, I simply became free enough to breathe again. I wrote 1,000 letters to people who would never read them. Some were filled with anger, some were filled with love, most were filled with questions that no one could answer. Why wasn't I enough? Why did you leave? Why did I blame myself for things I couldn't control? The pages became soaked with tears, but something beautiful happened. The more I wrote, the lighter my heart became, because healing doesn't always happen when someone apologizes. Sometimes healing begins the moment you stop waiting for the apology that may never come. Sometimes closure is choosing peace, even when the ending never makes sense. When heaven felt quiet, there were nights I prayed until my voice disappeared. I searched every silence for an answer. I looked toward heaven and wondered if my name had somehow been forgotten. The waiting became heavy, the unanswered prayers became heavier. But years later, looking back through the broken roads, I realized something. Every door that closed protected me from something I couldn't yet understand. Every delay was preparing a strength I didn't know I would need. Maybe heaven wasn't silent, maybe heaven was working while I was too heartbroken to recognize the sound. Today I looked into the mirror again for the first time. I didn't search for everything that was wrong. I noticed the tired eyes that never stopped believing, the trembling hands that kept reaching anyway, the heart that somehow survived every goodbye, every betrayal, every sleepless night, every promise that shattered before morning. I finally smiled, not because life became easy, but because I realized the person staring back at me never quit. She cried, she questioned, she stumbled, she wrote, but she never stopped choosing tomorrow. One day people will hear this song and they'll think it's about sadness. They won't know it's really about survival. They'll hear the tears, but they won't hear the courage it took to keep singing. They'll hear the heartbreak, but they won't hear the faith that kept my heart alive. Because the greatest victories rarely make headlines. Sometimes the bravest thing a person ever does is wake up, wash their face, take one trembling breath and decide, I'm gonna try again today. So if you're listening and you're barely holding on, please hear me. You are not weak because you're struggling. You are unbelievably strong. 'Cause after everything life has taken from you, your heart is still choosing to beat. And maybe, just maybe, the quiet decision will become the beginning of the most beautiful chapter you've never imagined. You've never imagined. You've never imagined that one day people will hear the song and they'll think it's about sadness. They won't know it's really about survival. They'll hear the tears, but they won't hear the courage it took to keep singing. They wore laughter like a borrowed coat, so nobody would ask if I was okay. There are conversations in my head that never make it past my lips. I've become fluent in pretending while quietly losing my grip. Every "you'll be fine" echoed hollow. Every promise fell paper thin. Still a tiny spark inside my chest kept whispering, don't give in. So I held on to that whisper like it was the last light left. Sometimes survival begins with believing one quiet breath. Silence became my closest friend, not because it understood me, but because it never judged the tears I couldn't explain. The walls memorized my prayers, the floor caught every time I fell. The ceiling watched me bargain with hope on nights that felt like hell. I asked myself 1,000 times, will this ache ever disappear? Then I heard my heartbeat answer, you're still here, you're still here. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's learning to breathe without asking permission from the pain you used to be. I'm not chasing who I was, she's already carried enough. I'm becoming someone who doesn't apologize for surviving. Someone who believes that tears don't make you weak. Someone who understands that breaking isn't failure. It's proof you kept showing up when life gave you every reason to walk away. If I never become perfect, maybe that's the point. Because love has always found a heart that stay open even after they've been broken. I thought the morning had forgotten me. I thought the sun had changed its mind, but dawn was still arriving long before I noticed the light. That's the strange thing about hope. It keeps walking towards you even while you're convinced you're walking alone. Some miracles don't arrive with fireworks or loud applause. Some miracles sound like you made it through another night, and maybe that's enough to celebrate. I spent years outrunning memories that already knew my name. No matter where I disappeared, the hurt always arrived first. Until one quiet evening I stopped running. I sat beside my sorrow, and instead of fighting it, I listened. It didn't want to destroy me. It wanted to remind me that I had loved deeply, and only hearts that love deeply can never hurt this much. Dear tomorrow, dear tomorrow, if you're listening, please be gentle. I'm bringing a heart that's been stitched together more times than I can count. Some of the thread is hope, some of it is faith, most of it is simply refusing to quit. If you can't give me easy, please give me enough courage to keep believing. I used to think strength looked like never falling apart. Now I know strength looks like standing up with tears still falling. It looks like singing when your voice is shaking. It looks like loving after betrayal. It looks like believing when nothing around you makes sense. Strength isn't loud, sometimes it whispers. Try again tomorrow. If my heart could finally speak, it wouldn't tell you about the nights I cried. It would tell you about every sunrise I almost missed, about every stranger who smiled at exactly the right time, about every prayer I thought disappeared but quietly became the reason I never gave up. Maybe God answered me, not by removing the storm, but by making sure the storm couldn't remove me. So if you find me tomorrow, still healing, still burning, still trying to be okay, don't mistake my slow progress for weakness. Every mountain is climbed one step, every wound is healed one day, every heart is restored one choice, and every beautiful comeback begins the moment someone decides I will live one more sunrise. If the song found you, if you think you find woman, you needed it, finish the sentence in the comments today. I borrowed smiles from yesterday just to make it through today. I wore laughter like a borrowed coat so nobody would ask if I was okay. There are conversations in my head that never make it past my lips. I've become fluent in pretending while quietly losing my grip. Every "you'll be fine" echoed hollow, every promise felt paper thin. Still a tiny spark inside my chest kept whispering, don't give in. So I held on to to that whisper, like it was the last light left. Sometimes survival begins with believing one quiet breath. Silence became my closest friend, not because it understood me, but because it never. Mornings after, when you still have to get out of bed, still answer messages, still smile at people, still pretend your world isn't collapsing. I became a professional at carrying invisible earthquakes. I'd laugh with friends, then cry in the car before driving home. I tell everyone things are getting better, while secretly wondering how much longer I could keep pretending. The hardest battle wasn't losing people, it was trying not to lose myself after they were gone. Then one ordinary morning, I made my bed, opened the curtains, let the sunlight touch my face. It wasn't a miracle, it wasn't dramatic, but healing doesn't always arrive like fireworks. Sometimes it quietly begins with one small decision to stay. I gave away so many pieces of myself, trying to become what everyone else needed. I became easier to love by becoming harder to recognize. Every yes cost me another piece of peace. Every sacrifice left another empty room inside me, until one day there was almost nothing left that still felt like mine. So I started rebuilding, not with perfection, not with confidence, with honesty. I admitted I was tired, I admitted I was hurting, I admitted I couldn't carry the whole world anymore. And strangely, the moment I stopped pretending to be unbreakable was the moment I finally began to heal. What the darkness didn't know, the darkness thought it knew my ending. It whispered, you'll never laugh the same again, you'll never trust again, you'll never dream again. For a while I believed it, but darkness has one weakness: it cannot imagine what light is capable of. Every sunrise proved the night was temporary. Every breath reminded me the story wasn't over. The pain was loud, but hope was patient, and patient things often outlast the loudest storms. There was a prayer I never finished, not because I stopped believing, because I couldn't stop crying. The words disappeared, the tears kept speaking. I thought heaven needed perfect sentences, but maybe God has always understood the language of broken hearts. Maybe every tear was already saying everything I couldn't find words for. Maybe faith isn't always, I know you'll fix this. Sometimes faith is simply, I still believe you're here, even while my hands are shaking. If tomorrow finds me, if tomorrow finds me a little stronger, I'll thank today for refusing to let me quit. If tomorrow finds me still healing, I'll celebrate that too, because flowers don't apologize for blooming slowly. Mountains don't rush the sunrise, oceans don't ask permission to reach the shore. Maybe I don't have to become someone different. Maybe I only have to become the person pain tried and failed to destroy. I finally believed myself. For years I believed every cruel word ever spoken about me. I carried labels that never belonged to me. Too sensitive, too broken, too emotional, too much, until one quiet answer wasn't my heart. It was fear, fear wearing familiar voices, fear wearing old memories, fear wearing yesterday's disappointments. So I stopped listening, and for the first time I believed the voice that had been waiting inside me all along. The voice that whispered, "You were always worthy." This is only chapter 10, then I refuse to call it the ending. I watched rivers carve through mountains, not because they were stronger, because they never stopped flowing. Maybe healing looks like that, quiet, patient, persistent. Maybe hope isn't a feeling. Maybe hope is a decision made over and over again on the days you feel nothing at all. So if you ask me today, are you finally okay? I'll smile. Not because every wound has healed, not because every tear has stopped, but because I finally know I'm no longer becoming the person my pain created. I'm becoming the person my courage has always been trying to introduce me to flow. If this song are finally okay, I'll smile. Not because every wound is healed, not because every tear has stopped, but because I finally know I'm no longer becoming the person my pain created. I'm becoming the person my courage has always been trying to introduce me to. I smile. Not because every wound is healed, not because every tear has stopped, but because I finally know I'm no longer becoming the person my pain created. I'm becoming the person my courage has always been trying to introduce me to. I smile. Not because every wound has healed, not because